Have you ever stopped to think about how a simple login screen actually works? You know, how it knows if your username and your password are correct? Or maybe in a video game, how it decides if you have enough health or a special key to unlock a door? Well, that's all powered by something called logical operators, and today we're going to break down exactly how Java uses them to make these kinds of smart decisions.
So this is the fundamental question, right? As a programmer, you constantly need your code to check more than one thing at the same time. Is the user over 18? Do they have a premium subscription? Is their payment method valid? How do you take all these different conditions and get a single, simple yes or no answer? That login screen is the perfect everyday example. It's not good enough if just your username is right, and it's not good enough if just your password is right. To let you in, both of them have to be correct. This idea of needing multiple things to be true, is one of the absolute cornerstones of programming. To actually build this logic into our code, Java gives us a really powerful but surprisingly simple set of tools. So let's open up the toolbox and meet the three essential operators you're going to use all the time to control how your program thinks. And here they are, the big three. First, you've got the AND operator, which is the double ampersand. Then there's the OR operator, those two vertical bars. You'll often hear people call them pipes. And finally, the simplest one, the NOT operator, which is just an exclamation mark. These three little symbols are the building blocks for pretty much any complex decision your code will ever need to make.
Now, each one of these operators has its own simple rulebook. And let me tell you, knowing these rules isn't optional. This isn't just about writing code that works. This is the kind of stuff that shows up in technical interviews and on certification exams constantly. So this is where you'll want to really pay attention.
First up is AND. The best way to think about the AND operator is to imagine it's a really strict bouncer at a club. It demands that every single condition you give it has to be true. If you have a true and a true, great, you're in. But the moment a single false shows up anywhere in that chain, the answer is false. No discussion, no exceptions. This little chart, which we call a truth table, shows it perfectly. Just look at the four possible combinations. There is only one single row, that very top one, where you get a true result. Any other combination that has even one false in it, the whole thing just becomes false. Okay, now let's meet the OR operator. If AND was the strict bouncer, OR is way more relaxed. It's an optimist. It's just looking for one good reason to say yes. As long as at least one of the conditions is true, the whole thing becomes true. The only possible way to get a false is if absolutely everything is false.
And its truth table tells a completely different story. Check it out. It's almost the exact opposite of the AND table, isn't it? 3 out of the 4 outcomes are true. All you need is a single true to make the whole thing work. The only time it fails is that very last row, when you've got false on both sides.
And finally, we have the NOT operator. This one's the easiest of the bunch, by far. Just think of it like a light switch. All it does is take a single Boolean value and flip it to its opposite. So, .true becomes false and .false becomes true. It's a simple inversion and it's incredibly handy.
Okay, now it's time for a concept that really separates the beginners from the pros. It's a really clever trick that Java does under the hood called short-circuit evaluation. And it's all about how Java saves time by not doing work it doesn't have to, which makes our programs run just a little bit faster. Here's the deal. Let's take the AND operator. If Java is evaluating the first condition and it turns out to be false, well, does it even need to check the second condition? No way! It already knows the whole thing has to be false, so it just stops right there. It short circuits. The same thing happens with OR, just in reverse. If the first condition is true, Java knows the whole expression is going to be true, so it doesn't bother checking the rest. It's just smart, efficient coding.
All right, theory's great, but let's actually see this stuff in action. We're going to walk through some real Java code examples and see exactly how the computer thinks through these logical expressions. So, to get started, we need a few variables to work with. Let's just create 4 integers. We'll say x is 7, y is 5, a is 5, and b is 9. Got it? Just try to keep those values in your head as we go through the next few slides.
So let's trace our first example here. The expression is x greater than y and a less than b. Java always starts on the left. Is x, which is 7, greater than y, which is 5? Yes, it is. So that part is true. Now, because this is an AND operator, it has to keep going. It moves to the right side. Is a, which is 5, less than b, which is 9? Yep, that's also true. So we're left with true and true. And from our rules, we know the final result is true.
Now for an OR example. The expression is x less than y or a less than b. Okay, again, start on the left. Is 7 less than 5? Nope, that's false. Now think about our short circuit rules. Since this is an OR and we just got a false, the final answer is still up in the air. It could still be true. So Java has to continue and check the second part. Is 5 less than 9? Yes, it is. That's true. So the expression becomes false or true, which we know evaluates to true.
And finally, let's see the not operator do its thing. First, we're creating a Boolean variable called result and setting it to the value of a greater than b. Well, is 5 greater than 9? No, of course not. So the result variable is holding the value false. But now, look at the next line. We aren't printing result, we're printing not result. That little exclamation point flips the value right before it gets printed, turning false into true. So the final output on the screen is true. Whew, okay, we have covered a lot of ground. So let's take a second and do a quick recap of the absolute most important points. You can think of this next slide as your personal study guide. This is the stuff you really need to lock in for any exam or interview.
So if you only remember 4 things, make it these. AND is strict. It needs both sides to be true. OR is flexible. It only needs one side to be true. Not is just a flip switch. True becomes false, false becomes true. And finally, always remember short-circuiting. Java is smart about being lazy and won't do extra work if it already knows the final answer.
You know, we've mastered how these operators work by themselves, but their real power, their real magic, is when you start combining them. You can build incredibly complex rules, like say, is logged in and has admin rights, or is guest mode. So the question I want to leave you with is this. Now that you have these tools, what kinds of powerful, complex decisions are you going to build into your next program? Go ahead and experiment. Thanks so much for watching.